Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Fani Willis's troubles have not ended, not by a long shot. We're going to get into it here. I'm going to pull from 4 different sources. As one tries to do a victory lap, we're going to see that these mounting challenges are going to take Fani Willis down. Do me a quick favor, smash that like button on your way in, and if you're new, subscribe. Join the community over here at Lumberjack Logic. All right, so check this out. So first, I'm going to share the quote-unquote victory lap. This is from The Hill. You're going to find this hilarious. The end of the Fani Willis affair. Fulton County Superior Judge Scott McAfee's 23-page opinion reads like a chapter from a paperback novel. Found at an airport newsstand. The affair between 2 prosecutors managing a high-profile case. The trips to romantic places. The dinners. The extramarital sex. The aroma of lies told under oath in open court. But despite all those indiscretions, McAfee ruled that Trump's prosecutor will continue to be District Attorney Fani Willis. And we know that's a miscarriage of justice, but just let me get through this Hill piece before I get on to the good stuff. Actually, this is good, because watch how they interpret this. The case, of course, is actually about Donald Trump, people. This is actually all about Donald Trump. Fani Willis, just like she said on the newsstand, or not the newsstand, the witness stand. I'm not the one on trial here. You are. Anyways, the case is actually about Donald Trump and 8 others who will stand trial in Fulton County, Georgia on state RICO conspiracy charges for trying to overturn the 2020 election. Trump's infamous telephone call to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, in which he asked Raffensperger to find the votes. Okay, so there's multiple things wrong with that on the call. But not only that, Judge McAfee threw that out last week. He threw out that and 5 other charges, which effectively killed this case. One thing you need to understand as we get into this case has no possibility of accomplishing what they wanted it to accomplish anymore. First, because just the timeline was altered so much, they can't get this done before the election. But second, they don't have the charges they need anymore. So McAfee did do that. His decision, I believe, was very political. I'm not impressed with it, but it was very political. He's trying to kind of play both sides, look fair and impartial. But he actually gave us some really good news in that ruling, which I'll get into here in just a minute. So instead of defending the merits, this back to the Hill piece, instead of defending on the merits, the Trump defendants have sought distraction and delay in order to postpone the trial until after the election. Whether they will succeed is another story. Well, I got to tell something to the Hill. The success is coming, because listen to this one now. Fani Willis could face unusual appeal in Trump's Georgia case. So this is the appeal promised by Steve Sadow, Trump's attorney. Fani Willis could face appeal over the decision to allow her to continue prosecuting Donald Trump in his Georgia election interference case. Willis, the Fulton County District Attorney, was handed a win last week amid her prosecution of the former president and 18 others accused in a 41-count indictment of trying to overturn his 2020 election loss in Georgia. Was it really a loss, though? We move on. Following an ethics hearing, Judge Scott McAfee on Friday announced he wasn't disqualifying Willis from the case following accusations by former Trump staffer and co-defendant Michael Roman that she was having an affair with Nathan Wade. Okay? Now, but this is where it gets good. So this appeal is coming, and he's going to give this, I think they had 10 days to file the appeal. So I guarantee you Trump's attorneys are going to take that right to the end of the line and then file the appeal. Now, they're saying in here that this would be weird and unusual if this prosecution or this appeal, was allowed to move forward. But here's where the real good stuff comes in. This is out of all places, people, USA Today, okay, from just 6 hours ago. Ethics complaint, targeting law license, troubles lie in wait for Georgia DA Fani Willis. Given the ongoing challenges she is likely to face, Georgia DA Fani Willis may best help her prosecution against former President Donald Trump by taking a back seat after a scathing ruling described an order of mendacity surrounding her testimony about a relationship with special prosecutor Nathan Wade, legal experts said. Now, who do you think these legal experts are? These are liberal legal experts. They're like, good night, she's going to sink this case. We need to. USA Today is running this story, people. You need to understand that they want her off the case because they're so concerned that she can't win. But here's the thing. Harrison Floyd wants the case to go forward because he has evidence he wants to bring into the court about 2020. Okay. Critically, Scott Judge McAfee didn't actually conclude Willis had perjured herself, nor that she received a material financial benefit from hiring or dating Wade. However, he said reasonable people could easily be left to wonder whether Willis resumed a romantic relationship with Wade or was receiving financial benefits unless one of them stepped aside. Wade resigned later on Friday. Remember, first Fani dumps Wade in the relationship. Now she's dumping him off the case because you'll remember Judge McAfee's ruling said either one of them could leave. But instead, Fani Willis, there's no way she can step down. You're seeing it on the witness stand. She's not under trial here. Okay, this is her character. The Georgia case alleges that Trump and 18 co-defendants, 4 of whom have taken plea deals, do they feel like fools now or what, Jenna? If I'd only known then what I know now. They took plea deals and now the whole case is falling apart. While Willis can still prosecute this case following the ruling, she may well face challenges to her law license at the State Bar of Georgia. Now, even if experts don't expect those challenges to succeed based on existing evidence, it still brings everything into the light and keeps her affairs, her financial misdealings, and everything else and casts a shadow of doubt over the whole case, which will help Trump during the election. She could also have to deal with other state regulators. Even before the decision, a conservative group asked the state bar to open disciplinary proceedings against both Willis and Wade. Now, here's where it gets good. McAfee himself alluded to the possibility of further repercussions in his Friday decision, which criticized Willis's tremendous lapse in judgment and unprofessional manner. Other forums or sources, so this is a direct quote from McAfee, other forums or sources of authority such as the General Assembly, the Georgia State Ethics Commission, the State Bar of Georgia, the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, or the voters of Fulton County may offer feedback on any unanswered questions that linger, McAfee wrote. Now, I think McAfee actually I think he was ticked off at Willis for putting him in this position, quite frankly, because he didn't want to have to make this ruling. So then he puts this in the ruling to open this up. The statement, coupled with his order of mendacity comment, was an invitation for someone to bring up an ethics charge for lying, Ryan Goodman, a New York University law professor, said on CNN. I can't imagine that somebody won't take up that invitation. It just takes a group of lawyers to file an ethics complaint, Goldman said. This has been the game of the left. They file ethics complaints and they try to get Trump's attorneys, whether that be Giuliani or even Kari Lake's attorneys down in Arizona, sanctions. So this same thing now, the right needs to fight fire with fire and apply this situation back. I can't imagine that somebody won't take up that invitation. Chandel Summer, a Georgia lawyer who has worked with as both a prosecutor and public defender in the state, told USA Today she expects bar complaints against Willis will be coming in light of the case's high profile. In such a politically charged case, I don't think they're going to leave any stone unturned, Summer said. So now, they say that disbarment is unlikely with the existing evidence, but lesser punishments are possible. That, again, casts that cloud of doubt. But here we go into the part. Here's what she's going to do for her defense, people. I am going to call this, bookmark this right now. You are going to hear more of this. So this didn't get a ton of attention, but back in January, out of Fox 5, Fulton DA emails accused Trump attorneys of disrespecting African American women. They are going to do this again. They're going to play the race card. Emails obtained by the Fox 5 I team shed new light on claims of racism made by Fulton DA Fani Willis in response to criticism of how she's handling the election interference case. Willis has already lashed out publicly at critics of her decision to hire a special prosecutor with limited felony trial experience, a man court filings claim she's also dating. God, wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? She said during a speech at the church. The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years, been in private practice more than 20. Some will never see a black man as qualified, no matter his achievements. So you guys remember that speech from January 14th. But so ignore it gets better. So, remember, she paid this guy $738,000. So far, her only explanation is to point out that Wade is an African American. So, of course, he's being unfairly treated. If you guys did not see the piece I did on Nathan Wade, where he investigated the jail, go back to the Fani Willis playlist and look at the one that says "We Got Him" and watch that. It will blow your mind. Okay. But according to recent emails between her office and Trump attorney Steve Sadow, copied to the other legal defense teams in racketeering case, Willis leveled accusations of racism and lack of respect at them. The issue involved a document Sadow wanted to confirm the DA's office did not have. At January 8th motions hearing was fast approaching, and Sadow needed to know whether to involve the court to ensure discovery. Multiple emails to the DA's office went unanswered. On December 27th, Sadow wrote, "Please," in all caps, "respond to my emails below." On January 10th, 2 days after the Nathan Wade motion was filed by another defense attorney, Executive District Attorney Daisha Young responded with a lengthy email criticizing Sadow's tone. After first admitting she decided some of Sadow's emails were deemed not worthy of a response, Young wrote about her boss, "We are both aware, especially as an African-American woman, some find it difficult to treat us respectfully." Willis herself also weighed in. "In the legal community and the world at large, some people will never be able to respect African-Americans and or women as their equal and counterpart. That is a burden you do not experience. Further, some are so used to doing it that they are not even aware they're doing it, while others are intentional in their continued disrespect." This, I guarantee you, is going to be her defense in all of this. She is a professional victim. That is all she knows. Victimhood, folks. Hey, go check out my sponsor, MyPillow, MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack for big, big savings, folks. Right now, the sheets, the Percale sheets, are still only $39.98 for a king set, and you get free shipping on your whole order. See you on the next episode. Peace out.